One of my all-time favorite Seattleites is film critic and film lover, Mr. Robert Horton. Hello, sir.
Hi, Nancy.
Robert, of course, writes for the Everett Herald, writes the blog Crop Duster, is on Steve Scher, KOW, every Wednesday.
Weekday, yes.
And you are now a curator for MOHAI, Museum of History and Industry.
And industry, yes.
So tell us about this exhibit that you've done, because it just opened at the brand new location.
At the brand new MOHAI location, yes, at South Lake Union. It's called Celluloid Seattle, a city at the movies.
All right.
And it's the first special exhibition in the new MOHAI.
So it's a premiere.
And it is a world premiere, yes.
A world premiere.
We tell two stories in the course of this exhibit.
Mm-hmm.
One is the way Seattle has been imagined by the movies and TV over the last 100+ years, and the other is the way Seattle has gone to the movies in that span of time.
The people themselves gone to and what they've seen.
Like we pay tribute to some of the old movie theaters, many of which are now gone. The grand palaces of downtown.
Right, some of the big ones are like what the Music Box?
The Music Box, the Orpheum, the Coliseum, which is now the Banana Republic store downtown.
Which is a good store, but you know.
Well, yes, not for seeing movies, but it's good for everything else.
Right.
So we tell a lot of those stories about the lifespan of some of these movie theaters, and some of which are still around, of course, like the Paramount and Fifth Avenue, and we have artifacts from them that try to conjure up that age when moviegoing was something special. And we follow that along all through the current era of the film festival and the Northwest Film Forum and the more indie scene that's going on.
Right.
We follow both of these stories through these different phases.
Okay.
So
because I've seen it with you, so there's like kind of 5 phases.
We kind of strolled through the museum, and we go all the way back to the earliest days of Seattle on film. So like 1897, the Thomas Edison Company was actually shooting stuff on the waterfront as gold prospectors going off to Alaska, and they were building movie theaters around that time too. And then we take you through that. We move to let's say the era of the 1970s in Seattle, where things were kind of depressed.
Yes.
Oddly enough, it became an interesting location for movies at that time.
Because it was that kind of gritty.
Yeah, it had a lot of atmosphere, and it was sort of a little bit seedy, so John Wayne could come and shoot a cop movie.
Yeah.
The Immortal McHugh. Through the 1980s, when there was kind of a film noir vibe, and then through that phase, which we call the Sleepless City, for obvious reasons, when Seattle kind of got hip in the eyes of the rest of the world through the movie lens.
We hit somehow, yeah.
We knew that it wasn't hip.
Yeah, but they didn't know that, and they thought we were.
They thought it was somehow cool because of Starbucks and music and everything. And we follow that all the way through the current scene when we have this group of actual Seattle filmmakers who are making movies about their own hometown instead of Hollywood's idea of Seattle.
Of what Seattle is.
So we start to explore that at the end too, and that was very important to me that we how did there.
Right. Well, Megan Griffiths, Lynn Shelton, et cetera, big names.
Some of these people who are starting to make a huge splash.
Is there anything? How did you get a hold of this stuff? And was it hard to find all these cool artifacts?
It was really interesting to go out there and find them. I mean, we just sort of put the word out. The museum, lots of people at the museum too, were putting the word out and just asking people what they might have kept from the days of theater going, for instance. We're lucky that Alan Rudolph, the director of Trouble in Mind, which is a great 80s film shot in Seattle, happens to live on Bainbridge Island, so we were able to go out and film an interview with him, for one thing, which you can watch in the exhibit. But he also had these great artifacts from Trouble in Mind, these little models that the Chris Christopherson character supposedly makes in the film. So you can come and see those. And I mean, we have stuff from Twin Peaks.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
We have this necklace that the Log Lady wore. Everybody loves the Log Lady.
Of course, everyone loves the Log Lady.
Yeah.
Do you have one favorite thing that you like in the museum?
We have a drive-in movie section in the 70s.
Super cool.
Because I was seeing movies and drive-ins in the 70s. And the really thing
hard to believe you're that old, but.
It is. And the cool thing about being a curator, whatever that meant for me in this, is that I would sort of say these things like, I think it might be fun if we had this drive-in thing within the 70s and we showed some clips from those gritty movies. And then these amazing people who work at MOHAI go out and get the back end of a Mustang, which you can sit in while you're watching something.
So it's as if you're sitting in a car, you're watching a screen.
On the screen that came from the Puget Park Drive-In, by the way. We got like a little piece of that screen and cut it out.
It's very nice. The details are really, really, really nice.
Oh, well, thank you.
It's super.
It was really fun to put together, and it was a long haul, but I think it's
well worth
kind of
it.
fun.
Well written, by the way. You did all the nice writing on it. All right, well, Celluloid Seattle, it runs now through, it's into September, right? September 8th.
Oh, you got
September
time.
8th. You've got lots of time at MOHAI. You want to check it out for sure. Thank you, my dear.
Thank you, Nancy.
You are such a Renaissance man.
If you keep saying that, perhaps it will be true.
You're beautiful and you're mine.